66th season of ACC football, and today a backyard rivalry with the Wolfpack of NC State and the Pirates of East Carolina. Well, for just the second time since 1900, NC State opens the season against the team they closed the previous one with. Roddy Jones, West Durham. Welcome to game one of our triple header of ACC football. The tables are turned, Roddy, from a year ago. The defense was young a season ago. Now they've got experience. It's the offense rebuilding, and they're doing it with Matt McKay.
It certainly is. He's replacing Ryan Finley, a guy who threw for 3,900 yards a year ago. But that's not the only guy they're replacing. They've got to replace a 1,000-yard rusher, two 1,000-yard receivers. But this guy, Matthew McKay, is going to be the biggest reason this NC State team succeeds on offense this year. He's going to do it a little bit differently, a little bit more of a running threat. It's going to be a different offense, especially with Des Kitchings calling the plays now.
Well, and McKay makes his first career start in just his 7th career game today for Dave Doran at NC State, who are back in town after back-to-back 9-win campaigns for the first time in 20-odd years. The Wolfpack won the toss and deferred. So the Pirates, under the direction of first-year head coach Mike Houston, who had an unbelievable run, and James Madison, including an FCS national title, they'll touch it first. And you get a look at the new Wolfpack kicker or punter, and this is Trenton Gill, a redshirt sophomore from Hillsborough, North Carolina. And Tyler Snead will be deep for East Carolina. There's a look at Snead. They played a year ago. NC State ran East Carolina out of the building 58-3. And away we go from Raleigh, and there'll be no return. So East Carolina and Mike Houston get the ball at its 25-yard line, and great to welcome the former Louisville center and Pro Bowler Eric Wood to our ACC Network coverage. Eric.
Hey, thank you, Wes. I'm really excited about seeing Holton Ahlers take the field today, quarterback for East Carolina, a guy that was offered scholarship Georgia and NC State, but his dad is the PA announcer for the Pirates. No surprise he takes this job here at ECU.
6th career start for Holton Ahlers. He's got Darius Penix as the running back. And he'll throw the lefty on first down, and does so to Blake Kroll, a familiar name in ACC circles. His dad, Ricky, a great player at Wake Forest. His older brother, Austin, played at North Carolina. So right away we see Mike Houston's spread influence on this Pirate offense. This will be Penix, and he'll be bottled up. Isaiah Moore, the linebacker, on the stop for the Wolfpack.
Well, Holton Ahlers is a guy that they are really excited about. Mike Houston told us he's got all the traits to be special. He reminds Dave Doran a little bit of Tim Tebow. We'll see if he can play like him today.
Ahlers, quick throw inside, caught. And it is marked to the 49, and that'll be a first down. Vines on the back end of the throw, and Nick McLeod the tackle on a 6-yard play.
It's man-to-man coverage, just a slant to the boundary. A great catch by Vines, holding off McLeod, the big corner, who's very talented on this defense.
Couple minutes gone, couple of confidence-building first downs for East Carolina. And another quick throw by Ahlers. Another catch by Madrian Vines, the junior at wide receiver.
Short passes, get your quarterback into rhythm. If you're NC State, as you creep closer to this goal line, expect to see them press a little bit more to try and take those away and make ECU beat you running the football, run into the strength of this defense.
Madrian Vines on the last 2 catches here. 2nd and short. Ahlers cuts it loose. Backside catch. That is Tyler Snead. And East Carolina moving the ball here on their opening drive to the NC State 31-yard line on an 11-yard throw.
Wes, this is a team a year ago when Mike Houston was at JMU and Scotty Montgomery was fired the week of the game that had to kick a last-second field goal to not get shut out. Here they've got a great drive going to open the game.
Ahlers 5 for 5, 37 yards. He'll keep it this time on first down. Big kid can run. and probably a little faster than a 6'3", 236-pounder would normally be.
And those defenders may think he's faster. Dave Doran told us straight up, this guy can absolutely run, and he's going to make people miss in the open field. Again, 6'3", 235, but you saw the wiggle there, making guys miss.
Ninth play of this opening drive now for the Pirates. Pass is caught, I believe, Pro. Yes, it is ruled a catch at the 19, and another ECU first down.
NC State brings the corner blitz from the boundary. Ehlers does a great job of riding the fake and then delivering a strike right to the body of his receiver, giving the defender no chance to break it up.
Holton Ehlers is perfect. And here is Penix, straight ahead. Close to another Pirate first down.
Wes, this looks like a completely different football team. Being able to run the ball up the middle. Ehlers looks great, but here it's Penix, a guy that Mike Houston said they want to build this offense around at 227 from the tailback position.
Penix tries to slide to the edge. Wolfpack right there, but I think it's enough to set up first and goal, Roddy.
Again, going back to the run game, and here's where Ehlers' feet comes in to play again. Expect to see some zone reads. We've seen a lot of short passes. Those windows are a little bit tighter as you get down to the goal line. Let's see if Ehlers can punch it in.
NC State, their defense looking at East Carolina's 12th play. And here goes Ehlers on a follow play. Fumbled the ball around the goal line. East Carolina says they've recovered it. NC State says they haven't. And out of the stack with it comes Jarius Moorhead. It's a touchback. My goodness.
Wes, they decide to go quarterback power. Holton Ehlers does a great job. Up until this point, just doesn't protect the football. It comes out. It looks like a couple of ECU guys had a shot at it. Ultimately, NC State comes up with the football, and what a big turn of events.
Tanner Engel looks like he banged it out of there. And now all of a sudden here is Matthew McKay to get things started for the Wolfpack. Roddy, today he becomes just the second Raleigh native since 1950 to start a ball game at quarterback for NC State.
He tore it up at Wakefield High School right down the street. 2,300 rushing yards in his career.
Ricky Person, first guy through. Kendrell Futrell, rather, the senior defensive end, the stop. And NC State, a little bit of tempo here. Autenreith, the tight end, 3 receivers for McKay. He'll throw for the first time, and that is Thayer Thomas. Doing Thayer Thomas type things to the 41, 42, and a first down.
Well, the guy just shows up constantly on film, and the ball just finds him. You see him here in the slot, makes a little move on the slants, wide open. McKay hits him for an easy first completion in his first start.
Person cuts back midfield inside the 45 to the 43 of ECU. Devondre Robinson, their best top tackler from a year ago, the stop.
Well, the hole's wide open, Wes. I like the attitude to finish this run. Des Kitching said that his guy is chomping at the bit after Bam Knight got all of the headlines in the offseason. Ricky Person's ready to go and announce his arrival.
Sure is. Strong run by Person. Plus field territory for the Wolfpack. McKay back across the middle. Here's Thomas. Got some good blocking on the perimeter. Looked like Person was helping him out downfield with the blocks, Roddy.
They split out Ricky Person to the boundary. He's able to get downfield and help out his buddy, and NC State's got a little momentum as well.
And here goes the rookie. Touchdown, NC State. So, Bam, how'd you do on your first college play?
Doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Nope. Pretty impressive by the Pack. Christopher Dunn for the point after. NC State takes the turnover and marches 80 yards, 6 plays, and the freshman Bam Knight makes it 7-0 in Raleigh. Back in Raleigh for season 66 of ACC football, week 1. Here in the North Carolina State Capitol, 7-0 NC State, thanks to the 9-yard TD run by Bam Knight. But Roddy, NC State had a 6-play drive. They went 80 yards. 4 of the 6 plays, 15 yards or better.
Including that pass interference penalty. We saw chunk plays from Matthew McKay going to Thayer Thomas, getting the ball to Ricky Person.
Tyler Snead here to the near side. He is going to bring it from a yard deep. Try to cut to the backside. Finds a seam on the back. 25, 30, and knocked out of bounds. Up near the 36-yard line. Here's Ehlers, who hasn't missed a throw yet, but coughed it up at the goal line. And Penix gets the call before Isaiah Moore makes the stop after a couple of yards. Okay, Roddy, I know Mike Houston didn't want the fumble. That's obvious. But he's got to be pretty pleased with the way the offense looked in the first series going down the field.
Absolutely, and this is a completely different team than we saw at the end of last year. They've already faced adversity, but you saw the big kickoff return as well. That can get your team going too.
Taylor's going to cut him loose, and what a catch. Was that Pro? Yes, it was, and a flag thrown behind it. Big catch by Blake Pro. Collision with Tanner Engel. 11-yard throw.
Guys, that hit happened right in front of me. It looked like contact to the head by Tanner Engel. Wes, that's your guy, Tanner Engel. This year he is wearing gloves and tape. Last year he was more of a throwback guy for you.
Personal foul, targeting, defense number 10, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Good for NC State because this is a really good football player that they're going to get to keep on the field.
Holton Ahlers still perfect, by the way. 7 for his first. Penix, a couple of yards, and that's it. Laurel Murchison kind of gets into the mix and then has enough wherewithal to fight back and get Penix quickly.
Well, what this defense does with those 3 linebackers is it gets more speed on the field. What you sacrifice is the size up front. ECU has shown the ability to run the ball a little bit, but this defense is meant to be a bend, don't break, and force you to make mistakes type deal.
Taylor's again broken up. That's Engel. Good pass coverage by the sophomore from Orlando on Tyler Snead.
Wes, by the end of this game, I think the entire ACC is going to know this guy's name. He was in the nickel last year. You see the coverage skills on a very talented receiver in Tyler Snead.
Engel gets up after that play and taunts the bench, flexes on him. East Carolina's going to know about him too.
Yep. 3rd and 8. Bunch look here to the near side. Ehlers under duress and cannot dial Pro. Threw it slightly behind him. Eric, this looks like to be the top of the range for Jake Verity, their place kicker, if they try one.
I talked to both coaches before the game. They both wanted to get inside the 35-yard line or to the 35 to kick a field goal. 2 talented kickers, and Verity has great range. He made a 52-yarder last year.
This will be right at 47 yards. A year ago, 5 for 7 from this distance was Verity, junior from Bremen, Georgia. Kick is away, and East Carolina on the board in Raleigh. So the Pirates get points in their second possession. Verity from 47. NC State leads by 4 in the first. We got a good one here early. A lot of exciting plays, NC State and East Carolina, Roddy.
Yeah, a lot of chunk plays. It's good to see Florida State opening up some holes for Cam Akers. He's special, man. He almost hit that wall like Jack Collinsworth, though.
Not sure you're going to be a friend of the huddle. Well, at least some of the huddle. Trent Penix deep to take the kick from Verity. And Verity kicked it out of bounds. Since the start of James Madison, Pirates' numbers a year ago on that side of the ball were not pretty. 1st and 10. McKay trying to flip it down the field and overshoots a message. Chance Purvis was going to make it tough on the quarterback to set his feet. Quarter break in Raleigh. NC State scored on their opening drive. East Carolina got a field goal on their second drive, and since then both have held serve at Carter Finley Stadium. Second quarter here in Raleigh. NC State 7, East Carolina 3 with Roddy Jones, Eric Wood, Wes Durham. Welcome back to game 1 of our ACC Network triple header. McKay, quick throw, inside catch. Devin Carter in a first down. Redshirt freshman from nearby Clayton, North Carolina. Carter's got good size, 6'4", 212 pounds. Had one catch a year ago in the benefit of that new redshirt rule in college football. State will bring Penix back into the backfield in the pistol here behind McKay. Little reverse. Coming in near side, Tabari Hines. Down the near side, inside the 10 goes Hines. Tripped up by Witherspoon. They're going to measure him out back near the 13. Welcome back to the ACC. Tabari Hines as NC State gets into tempo.
Hines, a guy that played originally at Wake Forest. And you see, look at the bottom of your screen. No NC State defenders, ECU defenders around. He's got a cadre to lead him down the field. Knocked out of bounds just outside the 10-yard line.
Big 74 McGirt got downfield. Straight ahead Penix. Futrell, the tackle for the Pirates.
Got to make our boy E. Wood feel pretty good, seeing the offensive lineman down the field, leading it for his receiver.
I love it. Now we get the big back in when they think East Carolina's defense is tired.
Here's McKay keeping. Got a yard out of it, and all of a sudden it's third down. Futrell playing great at the end spot in the last 2 snaps for Coach Houston's club. NC State 0 for 2 now on third downs here today. Wolfpack a year ago, number 2 in the ACC. They were 11th nationally. Kerry Angeline, the tight end. Transfer from Southern California, just off the formation at the left. Oh, they're going to empty it out here. McKay, catch made, incomplete. Nope, ruled incomplete. Provilla. The redshirt freshman couldn't hang on here.
Does a good job sitting in the zone. Matthew McKay delivers a great ball, but anticipating the contact. Got to focus on the catch first. Isn't able to do that. NC State still over on third down.
27-yard try for Dunn, who a year ago was 23 of 26. And the kick is good. 10 minutes to go. First half in Raleigh. Wolfpack by a touchdown. Welcome back to Raleigh. NC State now by a touchdown on East Carolina. And you see the Wolfpack schedule here. And Roddy, East Carolina and Western Carolina at West Virginia. Neil Brown, the new man in Morgantown, and then Mike New brings Ball State here on the 21st.
The way Florida State's looking, you better get off to a hot start before you go down to Tallahassee, because they've got that offense rolling, a ton of talent back on the defensive side of the football. That could be a really tough one.
Preseason word on the Wolfpack schedule was favorable. They were one of a handful of schools that had a favorable schedule.
Well, you saw Wake with a big win last night.
Yeah.
Florida State's really good, looking really good, so.
Here is Sneed. And out across the 20, fumble on the football. Let's see who got it at the 24. And it looks like East Carolina. In fact, Tyler Sneed, I think, got on the rock. Oh.
East Carolina dodged a bullet there. Actually hits his own man, jars it loose a little bit, and then a great tackle there.
That happened right in front of me. It looked like Snead had to wrestle that ball back. He felt terribly. He lost it, and he wrestled it back because it looked like NC State was in position to recover that one.
Looked like 38, Will Dabbs might have been the guy to jar that loose. Darius Penix on first down behind the line. NC State came firing in the run game with Griffin. And Bolatapelli was also there. Big 99 on the edge. He played high school ball with Thayer Thomas at Heritage here in Raleigh.
Prior to that run, they had done a good job on those run plays of passing out of it with edge pressure. There, it's a tackle for loss.
There's Penix again. And to the 23, it'll be a gain of 5. 3rd and 7 coming up. Look at NC State. Change what? 7, 8 guys here, Roddy?
It's a whole line change. They started with the 2s in, it looks like, on this drive. But now you get the big dogs in Smith Williams, Aleem McNeil, Val Martin in there, rush the passer.
Here they come after Ehlers, underneath to Penix. Took one lick, and then the second one handled the business. First guy looked like, was it Wilson maybe that got to it?
I'll tell you what, they had the right play because NC State brought pressure. But a great play by, it wasn't Wilson, it was Tanner Engel once again, all over the field. When in doubt?
Yeah, number 10.
That's to call number 10's name.
There you go.
3/4 of the world is covered by water. Looks like the rest of it's covered by Tanner Engel today.
Wow. That is a physical football player listed at 5'10" and under 190 pounds. Here is Young. Just got a wobbly one away. Thomas is going to let it hit. And it takes a very friendly bounce for the Pirates to the 29 with 4.5 minutes to go. Bam Knight in the backfield with McKay. First down ball is caught. And about a 9-yard gain. And that was Emeka Mezzi, who's been pretty quiet, to be honest with you, here today.
It's been kind of the Thayer Thomas show when they've gone to the air. But Emezi, with one-on-one matchup, hits the slant, gets a catch.
Thomas has got 4 catches, 59 yards. And here is Knight on second and short. And he pushed it almost 5 yards. First down at the 43. Zonovan Knight, nicknamed Bam. I love Des Kitchings, who said he seeks and wants contact. And I think the 6-foot, almost 200-pounder, you don't normally see guys at that size that want the contact.
You don't normally see freshmen that want the contact when they get to this level.
McKay with Person in the backfield, going to flip it downfield, and this is Ricky Person. Inside the 10, knocked out of bounds. Daniel Charles saved the touchdown. Little wheel route, Roddy.
Every team has this in their playbook. You get a slant from the outside receiver, get your running back matched up on a linebacker, able to hit him on the wheel. NC State with a big chunk play to start the drive, and I love getting the ball to the running back out of the backfield. Get one of your playmakers in space.
Big play of over 40 yards for McKay. 145 and counting in this first half. Fumbled the ball, it got knocked around, and NC State fell on it. Emmanuel McGirt, big fella, at the 4.
It's one of those right place, right time deals.
You think?
McKay makes the right read on the play, but just a little mishandled on the snap. It looked like
Futrell.
He caused it. Had Witherspoon had a shot at it. So did Xavier Smith, but it ends up being McGirt, the big fella.
That's Thomas. McKay might have been a busted play. Matthew McKay near the goal line, fighting for it. Does he get in? He does. Clearly not the way it was drawn up.
when you have a young bunch of running backs, sometimes they go the wrong way. Sometimes when they go the wrong way, Wes, it works out. McKay does exactly what you're supposed to do in that situation. Follow the guy in the backfield, and he gets a lead block and plows it into the end zone.
The run is 4 yards for McKay. I don't know how the assist for Sculthorpe and McGirt is going to work, who helped number 7. Well, the old freeze read, Roddy. You ran that at Georgia Tech, didn't you?
A few too many times for Paul Johnson's liking.
Gets a Matthew McKay 4-yard touchdown run to close the opening half of play here in Raleigh. Dave Doran's team with a 2-touchdown advantage. Downstairs with Eric Wood is Coach Doran.
Coach Doran, what has impressed you most about McKay so far?
He's just calm. You know, we got to catch a few balls to help him. We've had some easy drops. Got to make our layups. I mean, it's always about the guys around him doing what they need to do. But he's taking care of the football, other than got a little lucky in the red zone.
Yeah, talk about the play of your defense.
They're flying around, you know. I mean, we're adjusting, kind of getting used to the RPOs that they're using. But 3 points, you know, getting 2 takeaways, giving our offense field position. I like what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Go Pack.
17-3 at the half. NC State leads East Carolina. Back with Jack Collinsworth, Eric McLean, E.J. Manuel, and Mark Richt in our ACC Network studios after this. We get ready to start the second half in Raleigh. North Carolina State 17, East Carolina 3. Welcome back to game 1 of our ACC Network triple header with Roddy Jones, Wes Durham, Eric Wood also with us. The story here for NC State has been the first career start in his 7th college game for Matthew McKay.
Yeah, and he's performed pretty well. He's 9 of 20. And there he is. You see, he spread the love a little bit. Thayer Thomas gets the first catch of the game. He's gone to Emeka Emezi out there at wide receiver, but he's also got the running backs involved too. You see Bam Knight with a catch here, and then the big one right before half, hitting Ricky Person down the sideline for a big gain to set up an NC State touchdown. And even when things haven't exactly gone according to plan, Matthew McKay has been on top of it. Running back goes the wrong way. It doesn't look great. Doesn't matter. Gets an assist from his offensive lineman and gets into the end zone. Again, 10 of 19 on the game for 140 yards is Matt McKay. And this defense has been really good too. After that first drive, has really held this NC State, this ECU team at bay.
By the way, the completions for McKay, 6 of them have totaled 116 of his 140 yards. There'll be no return here for Penix. And let's go downstairs. Eric Woods, our sideline analyst.
I caught up with Mike Houston coming out of the half, and he talked about second half adjustments. He mentioned the turnover right before the half. NC State lucky to recover. They fumbled the ball on their first drive. That's a 14-point swing. He mentioned the wheel route. A linebacker misaligned, got to clean that up, and in the second quarter, simply be better on first down. That hurt all of their drives.
NC State 0 of 5 on third down. If you're going to poke any holes in this game for Matthew McKay, has not been able to convert on the money down.
Oh, that ball is double clutched by Tabari Hines at the line of scrimmage. And no gain on a crossing route. Second down and 10. And Jordan Houston has come in here for second down and 10. Tight end with a bunch look here. Now Houston clears, and McKay gets it to him. Trying to read the block in front, and he got 5 out of what might have been about a 3-yard loss.
The reason they love him is his ability to make guys miss in space. And Des Kitchings talked to us about the fact that he came in and he wasn't scared, even though he's listed 185 pounds, runs a little more physical than you'd anticipate. We'll see some more of that as the season goes on. This young man's got a special future here in red and white.
All right, 0 for 6 is NC State. And they're going to bring Trent Penix in now for third down. McKay claps his hands in the snap. Looking for Hines. There's a third down pickup for the Pack to midfield. Stringer was over there defensively. Pretty good throw here by Matthew McKay.
Great throw. When you get Hines in the slot against the cornerback in man-to-man coverage against that nickel. McKay's able to set his feet, deliver a strike, and move the chains.
McKay going to cut it loose, and Hines is open. Tabari Hines will score.
Well, NC State fans have seen Tabari Hines do it against their team when he had on the black and gold of Wake Forest. Young man who transferred to Oregon, played 4 games last year. Comes to NC State, back to the ACC, and pays dividends. Big third down conversion, goes down for a touchdown.
Done the point after. 4 plays, 70 yards in 148. And Matthew McKay throws 48 yards to Tabari Hines. Wolfpack in front. Now you talk about greats in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Look here now. Big game 81. This was the man. Now wait, was that Terrence? No, this is Torrio.
Terrence was the one that did all. He was on the defense, so
Terrence
he was knocking
was
guys out and blocking all the kicks.
There you go. This is 81. This is big game 81 right here, Roddy.
This is just me in the backyard, just playing
This is
football.
one of the greatest wide receivers in ACC history.
Well, look, you could have showed the 7 touchdowns in 2 years against Florida State. Just run that on the loop, and I'd have been
I'm
happy.
telling you. Like, speaking of that, I said that in itself should have had me on the first team All ACC team.
Instead
By
of
the way.
Peter Warwick and Calvin Johnson.
And I love Peter and Calvin.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. You know, 21's our guy now. Pete,
I know.
I'll argue with Peter Ward.
Look, I love Calvin.
Great to have Torrey Holt with us. He's going to stay with us as the flag goes down. This is Snead on the kick return. Coming back down the field for East Carolina, Tyler Snead tries to cut back. He'll be tackled inside the 5. We're going to see where this goes. Trenton Gill, who handled the kicks, made the tackle. And it's a block in the back on the Pirates to negate a 93-yard return.
During the return, illegal block in the back. Receiving team, number 81. After distance to the goal. First down.
So deep in territory. We get a look at this one, Roddy.
A lot of times when you have these returns, there it is, right in the middle of your screen. Just a little extra push. That's all it takes to throw a defender off. And these kickoff returns, you're in the open field. It's an easy call for the refs.
Andre Pegues, the guy that was guilty of the infraction. Okay, Torrey, able to come watch the alma mater. You live here in the Raleigh area. What have you seen from Dave Doran's team in the first half? You like, because after back-to-back 9 wins, there's some real expectations.
Yeah, you know what? You know, I've been over to practice pretty much all week, and saw him in training camp and talked to Coach Doran about how young they were. He was just hoping that he can get them to run the right way.
Yeah.
But they're a very talented football team. They're young at the quarterback position. It's good to see McKay getting some playing time. It's a nice ball that he threw right there for a touchdown. But I'm impressed. I like what I see with Coach Doran and how they're building this roster.
Straight ahead, Penix. Not much there. Second down.
Now, Torrey, you were a great receiver here. That had a couple of really good ones here last year. Kelvin Harmon and Jacoby Myers. What have you seen from this receiving core today that gives you some hope?
Well, you know, I like Emeka Measy. You know, he saw how Harmon and Jacoby and those guys work, so it carried over into his play. You got Thayer Thomas, who I coached in high school. You know, Thayer was over at Heritage High School. I coached him, so I know he's coached the right way. He knows how to play the position. He knows what to expect. And
now, after the building and the patience that folks have had while Coach Doran's rebuilt this thing, now all of a sudden, the talent and the recruiting the last 3 years, you know, Torrey, that's re-engineered everything.
It's re-energized. This program is re-energized the fan base, the former players.
Right.
He is out here attacking these streets in terms of going out and getting these players. And the way they go about recruiting is totally different than what it was when I was playing. But these guys have a really good control of it. Dez Kitchens is one of the top recruiters in the country. He gets out and does a really good job. But going out and getting the in-state talent, first and foremost, which he's done a phenomenal job of, and then also getting guys that are not from the area. And you see a lot of local talent, as you saw in McKay, that's out here starting for the Wolfpack.
Third and short, Hassan Howe, and he will have the first down. Pulled down at the 24 by Ingram.
I was going to say, I think for me, too, was when you have 17, 18, 19 freshmen that want to get to the university early and get involved in the program, that speaks volumes to me about the program and Dave Doran and the direction where he's taking us. Guys want to get here early, and freshmen feel like they can come here and compete and have an opportunity to play as true freshmen.
There's a throw to the far side, broken up across the way. Nick McLeod breaking on a ball intended for Henley.
Nick McLeod almost got him one there. But Torrey, you mentioned being around the receiving corps. Do you ever tell these guys how good they have it with these spread offenses and throwing the ball all over the place? Because when you played, I mean, I know you would have enjoyed getting some of that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's the game is set up for the skill guys to really succeed. And these guys understand that, and they're taking, to their credit, they're taking advantage of it. I would have loved to have played. I love when I played. I would have loved to have played in any era. But the way the rules are now and how receivers can get up on, nice sack right there.
Yep, Isaiah Moore.
Isaiah Moore. And this linebacker group. I mean, and you talk about Drake Thomas, who's a young freshman. I coached also at Heritage. Paxton, number 11? I always get his name mixed up. But the redshirt first had an ACL.
Wilson.
Wilson. Also Isaiah, the Moore kid. I mean, this linebacking group is also talented as well for the Wolfpack.
Big sack there. Now all of a sudden, third and very long. Almost 20 for the Pirates. Pressured again is Ehlers. Here's Howe trying to find some room, and he'll be tackled up around the 30.
That was a big fella, number 97. Xavier Elias getting down the field, making that tackle from behind. Great effort.
Yes.
And McLeod shaking up.
And that's the kind of effort you need, right? And Coach Doran talks to this football team all the time about effort, giving relentless effort every single play. And you saw that right there by 97 Elias.
Dave Huxtable told us this is the fastest defense he's had, which is part of the reason they've gone to this sort of 3-3-5 look, getting those linebackers on the field. But there you see the athleticism from the defensive linemen.
They're long, they're fast, and they made some upgrades and brought some guys in to help with the cornerback position. There's competition in that position. So what I like is there's competition through and through this roster.
We're going to get a timeout. Great to see you, my man.
Thanks, guys. Always.
One of the legends of the ACC.
Yes, sir.
Torrey Holt of NC State.
Go Pack.
Stay tuned. 3-touchdown lead in the Pack. Getting ready to get the ball back. Three-touchdown lead in Raleigh for NC State. 24-3. With Roddy Jones, Eric Wood, Wes Durham, our great crew. And the Pirates to punt out of the timeout. Called by Dave Doran a moment ago. Fired out of there by Young. Thayer Thomas inside the 20. Could not quite step away. And that was Pegues, who had the block in the back on the unbelievable kick return by Snead. A 50-yard punt by Young. Left side goes Ricky Person, trying to keep his feet, and got about 4 on first down. Mike Houston, incredibly successful head coach. Not only at James Madison, where he went 37-6, and then 22-2 against the Colonial, by the way, winning the 16 FCS National Championship. He's also a guy that won 14 of 25 games at the Citadel, and 29 of 37 games at Lenore-Ryan. By the way, he starts his 9th year as a head coach today. He has been 5 times in the previous 8 years the coach of the year in the league he coached. Great choice by East Carolina. 3 quarters in the books. 3-touchdown lead for NC State. Back after this on the ACC Network. We rejoin you from Raleigh. And Tabari Hines, another catch to convert. Second down to the 41 of NC State. Pretty nice debut in red and white for Tabari Hines. His 4th catch carries him to about 75 yards today.
Well, we knew the 2 big slot guys, Thayer Thomas and Tabari Hines, were going to be impact players. And Hines has found pay dirt once. Thayer Thomas has been incredible as well. 3 catches for 48 yards.
Ricky Person, the running back. McKay, another throw. Thomas wide open at midfield. And that'll be another first down.
Wes, I got Thomas's stats wrong. I was looking at the first quarter stats. He had that early in the game.
Yeah, that is catch number 6.
6th catch, absolutely.
Yeah. All of them are double-figure yardage too, Roddy.
Yep. And that position, that's the position that Jacoby Myers left. So there were 92 catches from that spot last year that were up for grabs, and Thomas and Hines look up to the task.
McKay, and broken up. The intended receiver. It looked like Harum. And instead, Jaquan McMillan made the play, the outstanding corner, young freshman from West Forsyth High School, who was a January enrollee, signed with the Pirates in December, and then through the coaching change, had offers from Syracuse, North Carolina, Louisville, South Carolina, and Tennessee.
It's the start on opening day. It's the guy that they're excited about.
And off the hands of the intended receiver, Person. Good coverage by Xavier Smith, the weak side linebacker. So NC State 1 for 8 on third down, and now the full 10.
And Wes, last year when JMU came in here and this coaching staff, they heated up the pocket. They played a lot of man-to-man. They have done that as well today. And guys like Jaquan McMillan have really held up pretty well. NC State's had to find creative ways to get guys the ball in space to move the football, and here they are pressed up again at the corner position.
McKay, a messy, what a catch against McMillan, first down to the 35. He's making Kelvin Harmon's number 3 proud today.
Well, Jaquan McMillan is making him work for it. You can't cover this much better than the way McMillan does here. But the big body to Mezzi catches the ball in his hands away from the body, nothing McMillan can do.
McKay, a Messi, another one. 15 yards to the 20. Again against McMillan.
I mean, these are spectacular catches that he is making look routine. McMillan is in great coverage on both of these plays, draped all over him, but a Mezzi shows why he's one of the top players in this league.
15 the first time, now 14, and Person hit right at the line, Futrell. Ricky Person, 6'1", 220, sophomore from Wake Forest, North Carolina. Tell you what, Matthew McKay, 303 yards of passing today of NC State's 422 total. And now Jordan Houston's plugged into the pistol behind McKay. Here's McKay, going to keep it. Near side, got a block from Autenreith and scores. Quite a debut, Roddy.
He's done it a number of different ways. A couple of rushing touchdowns. He's done it through the air as well. Heard Dave Dorn at halftime just talk about the poise. He's been even keel all game through the ups and the downs. They struggled on third down for much of the game. But the reason McKay got the job is because of his ability to respond, do things just like that with his feet.
Christopher Dunn's point after. Early here in the fourth. McKay has thrown for 1 and run for 2. This one makes it 31-3 on ACC Network. First career start for Matthew McKay, who, as we said at the top, becomes just the second native of Raleigh to start at quarterback for NC State since 1950, joining Daniel Evans back about 13 years ago. And tell you what, pretty impressive in start number 1.
He would tell you this is a dream of a first start. Absolutely incredible.
Yep, sure is. Sneed. Call for the fair catch. Ahlers and the Pirates from their 25. Overshoots the intended receiver, and that is C.J. Johnson. Don't forget that fair catch rule that was put in college football a year ago. When you fair catch a ball inside the 25-yard line, and the result is a touchback, so therefore the ball goes to the 25. Much as player safety and those type things as anything else, it proved to be very good. Although, Roddy, I'm not sure the strategy we all thought would happen a year ago really happened. Here is Demetrius Mooney's first carry of the day, the freshman from Forest City. And Mooney got hammered by Peyton Wilson.
Wilson, a guy that's had some knee issues in the past. Coaches absolutely love this guy and think that as he gets more and more experience at this level, he's going to work himself into the rotation in an incredibly deep core of linebackers that this team has.
Third now and a dozen for ECU. Ehlers trying to get away and cannot. Murchison gets a stop behind the line.
This is the time of the game that defensive linemen love. 31-3, time to pin your ears back. And 92 Murchison. James Smith-Williams creates the pressure. Murchison the beneficiary, and these guys are teeing off now.
Xavier Elias almost met Smith-Williams in the backfield as well.
Almost got that one. Did the pack. Thayer Thomas backed up to the 32 and a flag. And, well, he got snowed under at the 34. Jonathan Johnson with a good punt cover for East Carolina. You talk about Ted Brown, Roddy.
Wes, in talking to people around the triangle this week, he is still giving UNC fans nightmares. Only four-time All-ACC player in ACC history, all-time leading rusher in ACC history. That's a record he set in 1978. Hadn't been touched yet.
4,602 yards in 43 career ball games with the Wolfpack. Great football player out of High Point Andrews High School. And here is Zonovan Knight wearing one digit more, who scored on his first collegiate carry today. He gets 3 yards. 9-yard touchdown run for Knight. And here with a 28-point Wolfpack lead, the freshman getting some chances. Yep. 17, 81, 23, all the luminaries here at Carter Finley.
They had some good ones, man. Woo. First round picks, first overall pick. Got an all-timer in Phillip Rivers. Is going to play till he's 50.
Tell you what, I'll put this one on Eric Wood in a moment too. McKay a throw, nice catch out on the perimeter, and that is the sophomore Fisher with the catch. Eric, until you came along, arguably the greatest Buffalo Bills center was a guy named Jim Richard, who was a star at NC State too.
He was, and who the Wolfpack think might be their next best offensive lineman coming through here is now true freshman playing left tackle. They call him Ike Ekwonu at left tackle. Interesting to see him in this game with the rest of the starters for the Pack.
From Providence Day in Charlotte, North Carolina, Ike Ekwonu. And here is Knight. That's a first down. And Bam is bamming. Come on.
Number 24, Jonathan Knight, is the ball carrier.
He's doing it behind a group that Dave Dorn is really excited about. You see the left side, Ekwonu over there, driving the guy into the dirt on the bottom of the pile.
Well, Matthew McKay's first start in the books, and now we'll get a look at the Wolfpack backup quarterback, and this is Bailey Hockman from Powder Springs, Georgia, who is coming to the ball game after having an outstanding summer camp for Dave Dorn in the quarterback competition. And he will hand to Houston. And Jordan Houston on first down will give a yard back to East Carolina on their outstanding pursuit. Chance Purvis was the first purple helmet to reach him, but Bailey Hockman signs up to wear number 16, and buy yourself a patch on your jersey when you do that here, Roddy.
You absolutely do.
Russell Wilson.
Had some in-person experiences with Russell Wilson coming down to Atlanta in 2010 and hitting everything that moved with the football.
Yep. 2nd and 11. He still hits a lot of everything that moves.
That's true.
Sweet play. Down the near sideline, banged out of bounds is Lassane. 6-foot freshman from Lumberton, North Carolina, touches it for the first time.
Say what you want about depth at other places in the ACC. Look at these freshmen that NC State has rolled out there today. See the speed with Lassane getting on the perimeter, able to turn it up. Bailey Hockman's got the easiest job right now. Just distribute it to these talented guys all around him.
24 yards for Keon Lassane.
They also have McMahon, true freshman in at left guard. So getting a lot of freshmen on the field at the end of this game.
Yeah, that's Dylan McMahon. Good call there, Eric. And Houston breaks it down to about the 17 as we approach 6 minutes to play here in the fourth. Remember now, Dave Doran was very specific with us yesterday. It might be the fastest team he's had. It's the youngest team he's had.
He's excited about it. He said it's made practice a lot of fun because this team is hungry. None of them have proved anything, particularly on the offensive side of the football. So there's a lot of competition. He just absolutely love the way this team is prepared.
When you guys give out your O Lineman of the Game award, it'll be interesting to see if you guys give it to him.
I'm going to let you handle it.
We're not giving out any offensive lineman awards on this show unless you tell us to.
Hey, that's not what we talked about at the meeting.
No. Look, we're deferring. We know exactly where to defer on this show, Roddy.
Only one of us is a Pro Bowler.
That's it. Only one of us is a Pro Bowler.
I'm getting the rookie treatment right now, I feel like.
Why is that? Because you've had to work outside today?
Yeah, exactly. And you're not going to recognize any offensive lineman all year.
No.
That's unfortunate.
No.
That's why you're here, man. You give us the offensive line look.
I would tell you, though, Eric, in all seriousness, NC State's got to be fairly encouraged. Over 500 yards of total offense today with the way this group has played, given kind of the new nature of the line and relative inexperience in some cases too.
As a whole on offense, they only combined for 61 returning starts total, 152 a year ago. So when you look at that number, to have this type of production on offense, especially with the slow start they had, Dave Doran's going to be very encouraged from his effort from his guys.
Yeah, and most of those starts that you mentioned came from Fed, Jackson, and Witt.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they had 32 of them.
Exactly.
Kicker Chris Dunn has made his last 16 kicks. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him, but here he goes trying to make number 17.
At least you realize what's out there. 34 yards. Dunn's kick is good. You passed the first test there, Eric. 34-3. 4:14 to go in Raleigh on ACC Network.
When you're a kicker and you make a field goal, you can look like an NBA player coming out of the layup line, getting his name announced. Christopher Dunn has got handshakes for everybody. That first one may have been one move too many. After the whoa, I don't know why he went with the sprinkler, but he's got another one coming here too.
It's 34-3 though.
Everybody's feeling good, Wes.
34-3. 4 and change to go to Raleigh. No return for the Pirates. And there is Herring, the junior from Millbrook High School here in Raleigh. He and Demetrius Mooney do the backfield combination for East Carolina. And Mooney on first down loses a yard to the 24. Nice play by Wilson again. So while East Carolina welcomes Gardner-Webb to Greenville, NC State will bring Western Carolina here to Raleigh next Saturday. And then in 2 weeks, we'll go to Morgantown to meet Neil Brown and the Mountaineers out of the Big 12 in West Virginia. There's a throw and a catch for Leroy Henley. That'll be a first down at the 35 of the Pirates. And Roddy, we talked about it in the first half. Bears repeating. These first 4 games for NC State gives them an opportunity to get off to a very, very fast start.
It does. And you passed the first test here with East Carolina, and there's a lot there that's going to be on film for Dave Doran to talk about. You look at this team, I think you're impressed with the way Matthew McKay has responded today. You'd like to have been able to run the football a little bit more consistently, but defensively, he's got to be extremely pleased with the way this defense has made adjustments, particularly with the new primary setup, this 3-3-5, that Dave Huxtable is running the pass, take some of the Tony Gibson influences, bring those blitzes, and this team looks like a team that could contend to be that #2 team in the Atlantic after Clemson.
Crossing route for Hatfield, and that'll be a first down to the 47. Josiah Hatfield, another catch in the throw game, and Isaiah Stallings out there, the redshirt junior from Fayetteville, North Carolina. Long shot here, Herring, and a up the ladder catch. And East Carolina goes downfield, and that's Omatosho.
Give other guys a chance to play late in games, and they go out and make plays. That is a spectacular catch leaning back by Omatosho.
Grad student from Plano, Texas, 37 yards. First and 10 at NC State 16. Herring up in the pocket, and he'll dive inside the 15, and Herring slow to his feet after the tackle.
Herring coming in, getting down. Ball came out on that one.
Sure did.
I don't know if there was a clear recovery, but
Spellacy, the center, gets it here to Herring. Second down, and overshoots the intended receiver, and that was Lewis, I believe. Tonight, don't forget, after Virginia-Pittsburgh, all ACC scores, highlights, breakdowns, post-game interviews from the day and night on the gridiron. Nobody covers the ACC like we do. 10:30 Eastern, following Virginia-Pittsburgh right here on ACCN and the ESPN app.
I told you defensive linemen love this situation. James Smith-Williams back in to rush the passer here on this third down.
There's a throw offline, and boy, Herring had Tanner Engel bearing down, and also Lias. By the way, Xavier Lias has been around the ball a little bit today.
he certainly has. We've seen depth at a number of positions, defensive line being one of them. Xavier Lias getting an opportunity, getting some love from his coach, Dave Dorn. Telling him, hey, half step faster there, you may get you one, young fella.
31-yard try for Verity, who hit today from 47 for their only points and missed from 52. Try is away from Verity, and it is good. 31-yard kick. 34-6, our new score in Raleigh on ACC Network. Well, the field goal, Verity gets East Carolina their second score of the day, 34-6 for Mike Houston's team in his debut as the field boss in Greenville. And the rebuild of the Pirate football fortunes. Meanwhile, NC State 9-4 a year ago. Dave Doran in this program, he starts year 7 today. He's won every home opener and on the way to winning his 7th and NC State's 10th in a row in terms of home openers. And the 31st meeting between the Pirates and the Pack. There'll be no return by Houston. That ball reaches the end zone. By the way, Hockman here, it's going to be a couple touches of the knee, and this ball game will be in the books, and NC State will start the season 1-0, and they will beat East Carolina for the 18th time in 31 meetings. Dave Doran and Mike Houston, a handshake. A lot of respect between those two guys in their programs. And Coach Doran and ECU off to a good start. 10 straight home opening wins, 7 straight under the man from Kansas as he starts season 7 here in Raleigh with a win, and an impressive win too, Roddy, at 34-6.
He's got to be impressed with the way his defense adjusted after ECU was able to move the ball early in the game, made some adjustments, and really kept Holton Ahlers off balance. And then offensively, Matthew McKay being able to stay steady. Struggled on third down early in this game, but able to hit a couple big plays to Ricky Person, Sabari Hines down the stretch. Matthew McKay, 300+ yards passing in his first start as the ECU quarterback. And I think Eric Woods got coach. What you got for us, E?
Coach, talk to me about your young guys today, them stepping up in this big win.
Yeah, I was proud of him. I thought Matt McKay in his first start did a lot of good things for us. We got a lot of guys their first snaps today, and they responded really well.
Talk to me about Matthew McKay. Really impressive first start for him.
A lot of poise. You could tell he was ready. He told me not to worry about anything, and I'm glad he lived up to that. I was really proud of him.
Absolutely. Congrats on the win.
Thanks a lot. Go Pack.
All right, Eric, thanks. And thanks to Dave Doran. Unbelievable performance. For Roddy Jones, Eric Wood, our producer Chris Damiani, our director Adam Bryant, and our wonderful ACC Network crew, Wes Durham. Stay tuned, the huddle is next. Back in the studio for all the latest on ACC football. So long from Raleigh. NC State 34, East Carolina 6, the final.